I do want to talk about one more thing. Um, have you heard about this comic book thing that happened earlier this week?
Comic book? I'm not.
Yeah, there's like this comic book store guy that's like talking about like modern writers and stuff like that. They actually he was complaining about like how the people who actually work on these IPs don't actually love superheroes.
Nope, but he pretty much nails it. But no, I have no idea.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. This is going to be our last topic of tonight because I am feeling under the weather still.
Okay, yeah.
So this will be our last topic. But let's see how long we can go for until I fall down. All right. This is from Comic Book Movie. Comic book store owner is going viral for his comments that modern writers don't actually love superheroes. So let's go ahead and actually watch this video right here. It says this is from X, Twitter, a 30-year comic book shop owner.
Most of these new writers don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is, how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man.
It's still a little too loud.
Who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People grew up growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit. Because we don't care what you would do, because we don't care about your life whatsoever. Just write a book, get paid for what you do, get paid for what you're supposed to be doing, and make it a good story.
What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much nails it. I imagine he got a lot of backlash for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Peter Parker. Let's see. Comic book store owner Glen O'Leary, who owns a comic book palace in Massachusetts, is drawing a line in the sand when it comes to modern comic book stories and writers. The clip from the latest episode of the Comic Book Palace Reborn podcast is going viral, where Glenn discusses his belief that modern comic book writers don't love the characters as much as old school writers. He asserts that modern writers don't care about the established personalities and the character traits of classic superheroes, and instead want to place themselves under the mask. Exactly. Right. And that's what we've been saying for a long time already. And even when that Lego store study came in most recently, where even when we had Dan on, he talked about it, right? He said that when girls and boys play Legos, we play them completely different. And not just Legos, it's just any play toys, right? Whenever girls play toys, they think themselves as Batman. They think of themselves as the characters. When boys play the toys, we think that we are the character, that we're playing as the character. We're not the character.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why, like, we don't go in there to like, oh, Batman doesn't feel well today because, he had an orgy last night and he's super tired. Like, no, what the fuck? No. Right. No one fucking cares about that kind of shit. Right. And that's why what this guy is saying is true. It's because that's what every writer in Hollywood is doing to the characters, and in especially in the comic book industry. Right. The comic book industry has been dead for a long time. And this is like, I'm glad this guy is going viral for it. Right.
Yeah, I'm impressed that his comic book shop is still alive after 30 years. Maybe he's also selling manga. I don't know.
Maybe there's an 18+ section in the back that sells hentai, right?
That's what's keeping him afloat.
Yep. So basically, transcribe this over here. So if you want to read that over there, they say you can check out the full episode of the Comic Book Palace Reborn below. However, as you can imagine, with Glenn's comments going viral, many comic book creators are weighing in to share their opinions. Fan response has been polarizing, to say the least. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Mark Millar talking to Glenn tonight on my Millar Time YouTube channel. All I've seen is guys pile on him for expressing legitimate concerns about his biz, and I hate people bullied. I hate seeing people bullied. Looking forward to a proper chat and hearing a story in depth. I was so appalled at the way comic retailer was being harassed and bullied by digital mob this week just for saying comic books are going in the way, going the wrong direction, and I had to talk to him. Here's my interview with Glen O'Leary. So he's basically posted that. This is a tiny clip of a much longer video. This gentleman has had his story 30 years. I'm assuming his store. My hat off to him. Man, my hat's off to him, and I have watched his videos, and they're fun. Jamal, is it? Yeah, Jamal Yassim. I stand by it. No current comic book writers are bad writers, right? They are not bad writers. Most of them are fantastic. No, the comic books are not more woke. No, there are not too many women working in comics. You changed, you outgrew them. You just won't accept it because you've fetishized.
Yeah.
The misogyny checkpoint. What's the first tweet that shows up when you search women on your page? Yeah. So what do you think about this so far? What this guy said?
Yeah. You're not making a constructive argument. You're just saying, no, your opinion is wrong because you're blah, blah, blah. That's how they always start their line of argument. Like, these people, they cannot be reasoned with. Like, they come here, they come in just to say your opinion is wrong and mine is better and you should agree with me, then throw an insult. They're not here to reason with you constructively. They always do that all the time.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Point taken, man. That definitely is. All of them do that. All of them.
All of them. All of them.
See, in a now deleted tweet, Jimmy Palmiotti wrote, "It is something I tell newer writers all the time. Read all the history of the character and understand their motivations and why the audience fell in love with them. It will help you understand who they are. So if you change everything about them, it's in line with who they are." Then he followed up with, "Deleted that post because of the bad energy it was bringing up." No, because he was getting ratioed. Amazing how some people can't have a civil conversation anymore. I enjoy hearing both ends of an argument, but it has to stay polite. Excuse the wild, rampant nose hair and generally unattractive head. A short chat. Let's see. Shoot. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, what's up? This is Tim Seeley. Here's a video for you. This is my first comic I ever got, Amazing Spider-Man 230. Came out in 1982 when I was 5 years old. I loved it. I read Spider-Man for the next 13 years. But then in 1994, the Clone Saga came out, and I hated it. So I stopped reading Spider-Man. But you know who didn't stop reading Spider-Man? A whole bunch of new readers. People that are younger than me love that book. This happens to me all the time. I talk to people, they're like, I got it on this Clone Saga. I don't get it, but that's okay. Because I had other books. I had Savage Dragon. I had The Crow. I didn't stop going to the comic store. I just stopped reading stuff I didn't like. And to this day, that's what I do. Do I still love Spider-Man? Yeah, of course. I've got all kinds of damn action figures on the wall. I still love superheroes. I just don't read what doesn't appeal to me, and I let other people read it because that's who it's for. So there's tons of great comics. I hope you check them out. There's a whole world of comics that your comic book retailer can order for you and that you will enjoy, I promise.
Now, I do agree on what he says. It's like, if you don't like it, don't read it, right? But here's the thing, though. If a lot of people don't like it and a lot of people don't read it and it fails, are you going to blame the fans for it?
Yeah.
That's the thing that Hollywood tends to do now, right? It's not that they're basically like, what's that called again? I'm not out of touch. It's the fans who are out of touch. And that's what they're trying to, they're basically blaming fans. They can never blame themselves for anything anymore. Right? Let's see. 30-year comic shop owner knows nothing about how comics have always been made. I fixed it for you. So basically he did some kind of edit. I'm not going to fucking watch that. Anyone describes writing as being as you get paid to write stuff we want has not a clue what writing is about. I don't know how many times people need to hear it. That is not simply how art or creativity works. Excuse me. It's not a restaurant. You don't get to order what you order what's off the menu. Yep. Yeah, but how do you feel about this guy, man? Like or what these comments are coming up? How do you feel?
You get paid to write the stuff we want. So Ram V is against the comic book guy, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's, sometimes the way they articulate I get kind of confused. But yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, like I said, there's this group of people. They will never listen. Like they will like even in our comment section, like the guy in our wish review. It's like, he went on an essay, a long ass essay about why wish is supposedly the best thing since sliced bread. But yeah, they come here. They say your opinion is wrong. You're a dumbass. You're a blah blah. You're a sexist, misogynist. Whatever insult they want to use. Then they don't want to listen to reason. They just want to take it like John Joe. He was just looking for a gotcha moment for you when you were trying to reason with him. Oh, you said this. That means that means you're blah blah. Oh, you said that. That means you're wrong. He was just looking for a gotcha moment or what he perceives to be a gotcha moment. Then he tries to prove his point. Like, they think that they win the argument by they shout the loudest. They shout really, really frequently until the other side just lets them blabber on, and then okay, I win the argument because of that. That's how they always reason. It's like they will never listen, and they will keep failing, and we'll be here to see it, to laugh at them. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It just they just want to be heard, but they're extremely obnoxious about the thing, and you cannot be reasoned with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Another person says, "Don't you guys hate how when you go into the hardware store, how the guy behind the counter always tells you how much hammers suck?" That's not what he says, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what he's trying to say. But yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. See, where do you come into the divide? Should comic book writers adhere to the stories and established personalities have come before, or does the artistic nature of the medium dictate the writers should be allowed to allow creative freedom? Let us know in the comment section below. Yeah. So like I said, I think this guy, as a person who works in a comic store, this is his business. This is his livelihood. And if his livelihood is failing because no one wants to read any of the garbage that DC, Marvel, or any of these other big comic book creators are coming out with, he has every right to bitch about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whether or not you agree with him, I agree with him, of course. Right? But the thing is, does the writers should they have creative freedom to write whatever they want? Yes, absolutely. They can do whatever they want. For what it's worth, they can completely butcher every single Marvel or DC character or every famous character. Go ahead and do it. But don't expect any money coming your way. Don't like if you're expecting your book or your comic book to succeed, and you're expecting it to succeed and it doesn't, do not blame the fans. Blame yourself for terrible writing. Right? If you make good shit, people will buy it. If you make good shit, people will come. Word of mouth spreads fastest. Godzilla -1 is one of them. One Piece live action on Netflix is one of them. Right? Those spread.
Or an example more relevant to this article. I mean, look at Alpha Core.
Yes.
Insane.
Alpha Core is doing really well. Mm-hmm. Alpha Core is, I believe it's past 1.3. Last time I checked, I'm not sure what the actual number is, but it's doing really, really well. Right. So yeah, I don't care if we disagree, right? We can disagree on everything. We can disagree on movies, TV shows and stuff like that. But I have a right to disagree with your opinion as well. And if this guy's opinion, if you guys don't like it, then just move along. Who cares? He's not affecting your life. Who cares? This is his livelihood. That's why he has so much passion talking about it is because this is how he makes money.
Yeah.
So yeah, this guy is it's pretty damn good video. I'm glad it's going viral. I don't know. It'll be cool if like he's on like FNT or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I can see him on FNT.
If I were that guy, actually, I was like, I some part of me thinks he has a manga section. like, there's like comic books have been crap for like how many years now? Like he can't possibly be surviving just on that.
About 10
There has
years
to be
now,
something
man.
else.
More than 10 years now.
Yeah, it's like if I were to set up a shop today, I would go all in on manga. I would just like if I'm gonna go for comics, I would just curate. I know that'll do well.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.